Were you just promoted to supervisor or manager and now you're working as the manager of the same people that you were on the team with? Some of these people, possibly your friends, really close friends. Well, if that's you, okay, I'm going to give you some ideas here on how to be able to manage those people, even though they were your friends, even though you were your teammates, because I experienced the exact same thing when I first got promoted. My name is Phil Ciccio, and I work with supervisors and leaders just like you, helping them overcome some of the challenges that they face when they become a first-time supervisor or leader. You'll hear people say all the time that you have to not be friends with the people that you work with. Well, how is that possible if you're already friends with the people that you work with? It's not possible, so don't listen to those people. It's just impossible to do that. My best friend in the entire world worked with me, and suddenly my entire friend ended up being on the team that I was managing. And so what, am I not going to be his friend anymore? Now, did that cause some challenges? It certainly did. It certainly did, because everybody thought that, guess what? He must be being taken care of. He must be getting the better end of the deal. He must be getting this or getting that. And the reality was, because he understood my situation, he was getting less than everybody else. He was probably getting treated worse than everybody else. He wasn't, because we were trying to offset that. And that wasn't fair to him either. And I learned a long time ago that we need to be fair to everybody regardless of our friendships. So here's what I have learned when it comes to managing people that you're friends with. Still be friends with them, right? But make clear expectations. Look, it isn't easy to manage people that you're friends with, but here's the one thing that I understood that I needed to know from all of them, and they needed to know from me. We had to have each other's back, right? This was important. They had to realize that, yes, now I'm in a new role. And you're in a new role. They have to understand that. And there are going to be some things that you're going to have to share with them and expect them to do that ultimately you are probably not doing, right? When you say to them, hey, you can't be texting while you're working, and they can say, wait, last week you were texting me while you were working, right? Or, hey, you can't be going on social media when you're working. And they say, wait a second, last week you showed me 3 videos, right, on social media. And so how can you now be congruent, right, with your team after you were probably doing some of the things that now you're telling them not to do? This is a challenge, but you can be honest and open. Say, hey, you can say, look, I know that I did some of these things, and I realize now in my position that those things were probably not the best things to be doing while I was working. And so we're going to have to, have some clear expectations here. Just be open and honest with them, right? Some people are going to be a little disappointed that you're their manager now, right? That happens. I had a gentleman that wasn't really happy that I was his manager now. Now, that wasn't because he didn't like me and he didn't want me to be his manager. He just looked at me as now I'm on the other side. And many of those people will look at you as now you're on the other side. You're one of them, he said to me, right? And, I guess I understood what one of them meant, right? But it was a negative one of them. And I remember saying to him, look, if I ever become one of them in the negative sense that you have about them, please wake me up and let me know, because I don't want to be one of them. But on the positive side, I am going to be one of them, right? I have to be. I'm now a manager, and I want to be open and honest with you, but I need your eyes and ears around this environment, right? So you need to talk to your people. You need to let them know that you're going to try to help them, have a better work life. And the only way that you can do that is to have open dialogue and have each other's back. In other words, say, look, I'll have your back. I'll do whatever I can to make your work life better, but you have to have my back too, right? And here's the thing, you'll have their back way more than they'll ever have to have your back. But it's just the concept and the culture of I've got your back. Have those conversations with them. Let them know that you're here to help them have a better work life, however you can, removing the obstacles, finding opportunities for them, all the things that are important as a manager or a supervisor. But they've got to understand too that you're in a new role and you're still friends, right? But there are some expectations that your manager has of you now, and that means that you're going to have some expectations from your team as well. And just be open and honest, be clear about it, be transparent about it. And I promise you, it'll make the experience much greater than if you're trying to resist the fact that you're actually friends. Because guess what? You are friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the like button. And if you think that there's somebody out there that could use this video, share it with them as well. Look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.